the 3 worst commentators I've ever heard. All right, let's see. I think that's Eddie Jackie. Maybe Billy Joe Eaton. Chad Miller and John Paul. I was completely off. Normally I'm much better. Much better. AWF was around for pretty much through the end of 96. They did one more set of tapings, which we'll watch some stuff from that eventually, but the problem is they released a DVD of the first season, and in the second season, like, barely anybody has footage. There's some out there, and I've found some of it, but nothing consistent. So the Texas Hangmen, aka Disorderly Conduct, Mike and Tom, aka Psycho and Killer. Did they have microphones inside of the bells? That is so loud.
I just got word over my earpiece that the fines have been paid. Nails paid his. I don't know where he gets his money. And Tony Atlas's fine has been paid, but we don't know by whom. What a mystery.
Yeah, Mick Karch, the longtime Minnesota personality. That Psycho and Killer. I didn't even put that together, Brian. That is the Talking Heads song. But imagine them coming out in the giant, like, suits. I have no idea which one's supposed to be which. Bull Payne was in an early version of the Texas Hangmen. E-Comics fan, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you bringing the stale soda and crackers. They filmed this. This taping was in Chicago. I believe it was at the Cicero Stadium, same place where TNA tapes when they're in Chicago. John Paul, longtime enhancement talent throughout the mid-90s for WWE and WCW. It's a good crowd because everybody got money and food to be there.
This is the rounds system. 3 4-minute rounds to determine a winner. If there is no winner at the end of the contest, the referee keeping a scorecard will make his own determination and call it.
Imagine if, like, UFC, like if MMA fights were judged by the referee. Like, how wild that would be. Like, Herb Dean would be judging fights like 48-16. Look at these guys just bumping around for the job, guys. The smaller one is Killer, okay. Hey, RGT, yes. This aired in early 96, I believe. It was filmed in, like, middle of 95. Oh, shit! Saito suplex. Just grabs the dude by his little tiny braid. Great thrusting ability. Hey, Gunner, thanks for the super chat. And thank you. I love bringing you this type of stuff. I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Thank you.
They are relentless. Everything that they do is high impact.
Like, let's just call a spade a spade. This referee looks like an off-duty cop.
I innovated that move 9 years ago.
I've heard that from Marla, Brian. You're a great thruster.
I called it the jawbreaker. Well, you know, you're talking about it. Why don't we see you in there? Get in there once in a while with a team like the Hangmen.
Yeah, RGT, you're gonna find this show is about 10 years behind the era. Like, just think, ECW is happening at the same time. The AWF took a lot of ECW's time slots nationally because Paul Alperstein actually paid for them, unlike Paul. Oh, shit! Okada, who? The referee looks like a cross between Danny Bonaducci and Tim Walz. Yes. Too much muscle, that's what they call me. There we go. Yeah, don't tiptoe. What the fuck? Oh!
German suplex, belly to back.
If he would have bridged a little bit, he would have driven
Psycho here.
shoulders and head into the mat.
Is that Taz under the hood? Throwing all the suplexes?
Double team, they smell blood. And now the big man back in the ring. That's Killer.
Ooh.
Big elbow right across the sternum again. And Chad Miller, you can see it right there. He is in some serious trouble. Double underhook right now.
Seriously, this guy loves him a good suplex.
Well, you can either power bond him from there or right there.
Like if Eddie Gilbert was the dirty white boy.
There's a feeling of vertigo in that. 30 seconds left. You don't know what's up, what's down, and you don't know when.
Wow, they're gonna survive the first. That's the problem with doing round system, like the round system for enhancement matches, is you're gonna have quote unquote stars who have to sometimes drag the enhancement guys to a second round when they should just be destroying them. Oh my gosh.
That's the bridge I'm talking about. Did you see how his feet were straight up and his head?
Yeah, they're really putting the hurting on these dudes. Especially old Chad Miller. Chad Miller was the drummer for like every grunge band, I think. Hey, Gary Chumley, welcome. Like, Chad Miller looks genuinely in pain. There's no way that guy's that good at selling. Like, they have hurt that man.
You're not watching a wrestling movie, ladies and gentlemen. This is digital.
You're not watching a wrestling movie. Hang the Hangman. Wow. Imagine if a fan brought us signed as Dynamite on Wednesday, asking if someone would hang Adam Page. Oh.
Just this quickly. Wait a minute.
Did you hear him? Ow!
Oh, this is a diabolical.
There wasn't a wrestling movie out at this time because this is early 1996. People wouldn't start watching wrestling again for like 6 months.
Right now, John Paul can do nothing but watch and grimace from the ring apron.
John Paul looks like a much sexier Tracy Smothers.
He's into this match, even if he's on the outside. He's involved.
The Hangman, I know that reference.
And he wants nothing more than to get in there when a lot of guys in this situation want anything but to get in there.
Well, unless Chad
like, did Chad Miller like not shake their hands in the locker room before the match?
Because Miller is in the wrong part of Dodge right now.
That's actually a perfect analogy, damn dog. This is like when you're first playing No Mercy or Revenge and you're like trying to figure out the control scheme and you're like, you gotta just go through all the moves. And you played on the easiest mode.
And then they came over and incited him.
Incited him?
And then right here,
oh gosh.
Yep.
That's how you know it's disorderly conduct. That's the disorderly conduct finish. Oh my gosh. John Paul's walking in like he did something in that match. Like, they concussed that man, I'm sure. And they broke his little braid, which is the most offensive part. Bonk. The gallows.
Ladies and gentlemen, clearly victorious. Right now, let's send it to Ken Resnick. He's standing by with the Z-Man, Tom Snake.